And probably one of the worst kept secrets here at the State House in Concord was that former House Speaker Bill O'Brien wants to go to Washington. He confirmed that, forming his exploratory committee this week. It's important that he make the decision actually this week because given that April has already come and gone in terms of beginning the month, this is a new quarter. So candidates sort of get graded by the powers that be in Washington on how much money they're able to raise. So you really don't want to start your campaign, even an exploratory phase, until the beginning of a quarter. That gives former Speaker O'Brien 3 months to try and raise enough money to impress folks in Washington that he's a serious contender for the 2nd Congressional District seat held by Democrat Amy Custer. This is a high hill to climb, but of course we didn't think House Speaker Bill O'Brien would become Speaker of the House when he won in after the 2010 election. He was certainly not the favorite going into that race either. So he knows about being an underdog, and he will be an underdog in this race. Why? Well, let's start with the demographics of the 2nd Congressional District. It's not only more moderate, it's more Democratic leaning than the 1st Congressional District. Actually, Republicans have a slight, very, very slight advantage in party registration. But independents in that district tend to vote Democratic, and they sure have in presidential elections. I mean, the last time a Democrat lost a presidential race in the 2nd Congressional District in New Hampshire was Mike Dukakis in 1988. Ever since then, Democrats have won in that district, and often won decisively, and certainly Barack Obama did that in 2012, winning the state by 6 points, but winning in the 2nd Congressional District by about 10%. That's what Bill O'Brien's up against. He's also going to face a primary. I think, in all likelihood, he could be the favorite in that race because he's a social conservative and a fiscal conservative that meets the profile of the primary electorate in that district. But former State Senator Gary Lambert from Nashua, a more moderate Republican, is seriously looking at this race, as is Karen Testament, who's sort of an ideological twin of Bill O'Brien. She's a very conservative activist, helped start Cornerstone Action, and also ran for governor in the past as well. So Bill O'Brien's big challenge now is to raise enough money in Washington to get noticed and to get Republicans to target this seat 2 years from now. Right now, the National Republican Congressional Committee has listed both congressional seats as ones to watch, as among the top 50. So what Bill O'Brien needs to do is to get Republicans to make it one of the top 25. If that's the case, then in all likelihood, the national committees will try and play a role in financially supporting the Republican nominee. That's real important for Bill O'Brien to have any shot of winning that seat in 2014.